Hey Ruben, my name's Kyle. In this video, I'm going to show you three things you could do today to bring in more high quality electrical jobs to your business. Now, I know you're probably thinking like, all right, man, what's a marketing guy be doing this for free and what's the catch, right? Here's the deal. Most electricians are out there way too busy running calls, doing jobs to really understand how the internet works. And honestly, man, you've probably been through your fair share of marketing experts who really don't understand anything about your business. So, what I found is that by giving electricians a free blueprint of actual things they can take and implement, some of them end up saying, you know what? I like you, Kyle, dude. Just handle this technical stuff for me so I could just focus on what I do best, okay? So, by the end of this video, you can see that I have the technical know how to get you more service calls and jobs. Then just shoot me a message back and we can chat, okay? Or if you want to take this free blueprint and tackle it yourself, that works for me too. All right. But now let me jump in and show you three things you could do to set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. Okay. So the first thing we're going to start off with here is content. Now, most business owners, they know they need content on their front page, but typically don't know how much or what the right content is. Okay. So to give you a better look at this, I'm going to show you your biggest competitor here in Fort Collins, which would be Lion Home Service, who's currently stealing most of those high quality jobs in the area because they're ranking at that top spot. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to see how many words they have on their front page. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, all right, that's great, Kyle, but why are you doing that? Right? Well, typically to rank number one and qualify for those high quality jobs, then you want to have at least around 1,500 words on your front page, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to copy all the words that they currently have here from top to bottom. We're going to go to a word counter here, okay, paste it in. And it looks like right now they have a little bit over 3,000 words, which is actually really solid. Okay, that's really good. All right, now let's go to check out your guys' site and let's see how you guys are matching up in terms of wording here. Okay, so let's copy everything from top to bottom on your site. We'll go back to the word counter here, paste it in. It looks like right now you guys have about 864 words. Okay, now what does this mean? It actually ain't a bad thing. This means your competitor is beatable by just putting a little bit more effort with their content. Okay. Now, there's this tool I use. It's called Ahrefs. Okay, it's a few $100s a month. But essentially what it does is it gives me the behind the scenes details of exactly what Google's looking at when it comes to ranking a site. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to see what you guys actually show up here for when people are searching for electrical services here in the area. So let's start with Lion Home Service first. We're going to put their website into here. Let it load up. And by the way, what is a keyword? It's basically what people are typing into Google, okay? So as you can see, they're showing up on the top spot or the front page for Fort Collins electricians, electrician Fort Collins, Fort Collins electrical contractors, right? And a couple more, okay? Now, for Fort Collins alone, they could actually do a better job. They could actually show up for more searches if they had more keywords. But for the words that they do have, if you look at the traffic, you can see they have, 18, 14, 13, 7, 6, 6. So they're getting at least around 50 people in Fort Collins clicking on their website and looking for their electrical services specifically, okay, which is still pretty solid. Okay, still pretty good. All right, now let's go ahead and check out your guys' site and let's see what you guys are showing up here for, okay, when people are searching for an electrician here in the area. So let's go ahead and put your website into here. Let's see here. Looks like it didn't work. Let's go and do this. So it looks like right now you guys are showing up for about 5 keywords. We see electrician Thornton, Colorado, Argon Electric, and electrician Longmont, which is pretty interesting. So it looks like you guys are getting searches pretty much in a lot of cities, a bunch of different cities. But if you look a little bit more closely to this, it says 5 keywords, but it actually looks like for this, you only showed up for 1, and the rest are actually showing up as lost. So to Google, you're actually showing up as spam, and you're actually not showing up at all, okay, for any of these words. And for the one word that you are showing up for, which is electrician Thornton, Colorado, you're showing up on the second page and getting about maybe 3 people clicking on your website every month. So do you see the difference here? This is the importance of getting your online presence done correctly, okay? So if you want to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition here in the areas that you serve, then you want to have at least, in this case, about 3,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords, okay? Super, super key to claiming those high quality jobs. All right, now the second thing I'm going to show you here is going to be citations. I know you're probably thinking like, dude, what is a citation and why does it even matter, right? Well, when anybody searches anything on Google, let's just say, for example, electrician services Fort Collins, okay? There's actually research done from Google that about 40% of people are going to click right here on this map pack. And you see how PH Electric is showing up number 1, even though they don't even have the most reviews? This is not because of their reviews, okay? It's not because they have a big company or pretty pictures or anything like that. It's because they have the most citations, all right? Now, what are those? That is your business name, address, and phone number listed consistently across the internet. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, all right, that's great, but how do I get those, right? Well, what you want to do is you want to post your business name, address, and phone number in industry-related directories, okay? This could be like, Yelp, Yellow Pages, City Star, Yahoo Local, right? These are all directories you want to be in. And your competitors are currently in more of these than you guys are. So to get into the game, you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to show Google in the areas you serve that you guys are the authority when it comes to these services. And when you do show up on the top side on the map pack, we actually had about 50 to 100 more directories. So once you're there, it takes your competitors a long time to catch back up, okay? So super, super important to get this dialed in. And now that you know how to, let me show you the real moneymaker, all right, which would be backlinks. Now, why do I say that? Because again, 40% of people are going to click on this map pack, okay? But actually about 60% of people are going to click on one of these first few websites that they see. And when I search for, electrician, Fort Collins, repair, installation, anything like that, I don't really see you guys pop up here at all, okay? Kind of going back to what I was showing you earlier. So to get into the game, you're going to need backlinks, okay? That's other relevant websites linking back to your website. It's kind of like online referrals, okay? And the more relevant that site is that links back to you, the better. For example, let's say, you have a local blog page or maybe even an industry site linking back to you, and that's perfect. That's amazing. But obviously, if you're an electrician and you have McDonald's linking back to you, that ain't so great, right? Because you don't sell burgers. So let's go back to Ahrefs here, and let's see what backlinks your competitor currently has that's getting them to that top spot, okay? So let's go ahead and put their main website into here. We're going to go to backlinks. It looks like right now they have about 2,300 backlinks, okay? Which is actually pretty solid. All right, but again, how do we get these? How do we beat them? Well, essentially what we do is you literally just go down this entire list of links and match the same exact links for your business or your website, so that way you guys show up at that #1 spot, okay? So I want you to understand at this point, claiming more high quality jobs, outranking your competition, no matter how big they are, and showing the areas you serve are the authority. It's not a magic trick, all right? There's no genie flying around Google or anything like that. It's literally just a method. But no, I'm sure you probably don't care that much about more website traffic, right? You care about growing the business, right? Helping your family and your team. So let me show you what this means for your bottom line by actually getting this done, okay? And again, this entire breakdown, this is literally just for the city of Fort Collins alone, okay? This is accounting any other city in Colorado, okay? And in Fort Collins, there's actually about 1.5 thousand people searching for electrical services every single month, okay? About 1.5 thousand potential customers. Now, let's just do some conservative math here. Let's say out of those 1,500 people, let's just say only 5% of those people are even convertible, okay? That would mean an extra 75 potential book jobs for your company every month, all right? Now, let's say you guys go out there, you take those calls, you do the estimates, and let's say you guys close, 40% of those jobs, right? That would mean an extra 30 closed and booked jobs just in Fort Collins every single month. What would this mean for you guys, right? In terms of growing the business, right? Maybe hiring more guys, keeping them busy around, right? In terms of revenue, right? So this ain't some pie in the sky thing. This is exactly what happens when electricians get their online presence done correctly, all right? So just to recap what we covered today, first thing is going to be content. So you want to have at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords. Second thing is going to be citations. So you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to rank above your competition. And lastly is going to be backlinks, okay? Meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to yours to show Google in the areas you serve that you guys are the number one choice when it comes to electrical services. And if you implement this, you guys will be number one. I'm sure you're probably thinking like, dude, listen, I'm a business owner, right? I'm a contractor. I'm not some computer geek, right? Well, look, you get either number one, take this free blueprint, tackle it yourself, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you want to take the most effective route and save yourself some time, then you could just reply right back to this message, okay? Again, my name's Kyle, live right here in Colorado, so I even love to meet you in person. But if it's easier, just reply back to this message. My number is 719-396-1510. But at the very least, I hope this is educational for you. Showed you a few things you guys can implement right now to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition, okay? So at the least, just give me some feedback on this video. Let me know how I did. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Get out there and we'll talk soon.